Hi everyone, it's Stacy from PeonyLaneDesigns.com. Have you subscribed to the channel yet? If not, click the link below because I'm gonna make over my hairdresser's cabinet that holds all her tools. Stay tuned. Okay, so here's what happened. My hairdresser heard me talking about how great chalk paint was, and she decided to paint her cabinet. And I don't know if she used the fake chalk paint or I have a sneaking suspicion she did, because when I pull on this paint, it comes off really easy and it's like latex. It's like rubber. So let me show you up close what we've got going on. Okay, so I have it upside down right now because I have some repairs to make, but this is the cabinet, and as you can see, the texture here, she's got just lots of texture. It's been scratched, and that's partly my fault because it was in the van way too long. But if you look up here, it's like rubber when I pull this off. Let's see, this is easier because I'm short. So I can pull this off super easy. And it's like latex, so it's peeling off. And it's like literally like rubber. So I think this is an actual latex based chalk paint. I know she didn't get it from me. This is not my chalk paint, but you can tell she likes black and silver. So I said I would redo the cabinet for her, and I'm gonna get that done. We're gonna get this sucker looking pretty. But here's my problem with this project. So my hairdresser goes, I don't care, do whatever you wanna do. I trust you. Oh, I hate not having direction. I'd rather know exactly what somebody wants. Like, just tell me, I hate this, I like this, do this, don't do that. Because it makes your job so much easier. And believe me, if I screw this up, this woman's in charge of my hair. Yeah, this is not the person you want to piss off, you right? I mean, ladies, are you with me? She can make my life a living hell, at least for a few months. You know, if I really biff this, I'm in trouble. But let me show you this one drawer. This cabinet is pressed plywood, particle board. It is the heaviest cabinet I've worked on in a really long time, and I work with real wood, you know, and this thing is not that large, and you can see it behind me here. I've got it upside down because I need to fill in some holes here, but it's got one of those plugins in the back and one of the drawers that you can put all the utensils in, so like the curling iron and stuff to keep it from burning your house down or your shop down. And yeah, this sucker is a beast. Part of me wants to put casters on it for her, and if I can, I'm gonna. But I don't know if she'll like that. But you can see on this drawer, at one point she had put an embellishment on here, and it was super cute. But you can tell she put the embellishment on after she painted, so when she glued it on, it really didn't have anything to adhere to, and since this paint wasn't sticking really well, it just popped right off on her. She put it on the bottom, and you know, you're using this drawer a lot. You can tell by the way this knot is loose that this drawer gets some usage, so we're gonna put a locking nut on there just to make sure that this thing, and I might actually put different handles on it. I know her style because I've gone to her for years, and she does very much like the black and the gray and all that fun stuff. So her style is very modern, but feminine. Modern and feminine. So that's why, I mean, you can tell this is like a really scripty, scrolly piece that she had stuck on here. So she wanted sort of like a modern French look, I think. I think that's what she was going for. And I've got a little surprise for her. And since I know she watches the videos on my channel, and my guess is she's not going to miss this video, she's not going to see any of this until after I deliver it. So I can show you guys. I got this. So this is Rust Oleum Metallic Accents. And I have wanted to do a larger piece in the metallics. I've used pink, and I've used like a tan, and that was actually the Modern Masters metallics. This is the Rust Oleum one that was at my Menards, my hardware store. So it's water-based. I wanted to try it. I wanted to try it on a larger scale. I've used their tiny little champagne color that I just did some accents with, and I loved it. I absolutely loved it. So I think she will like this. We're gonna see. Because this was a laminate to begin with and it wasn't properly painted, I have to do a lot of sanding. I'm gonna have to get the texture off of it. I'm gonna have to make sure any of the paint that is flaking is not going to interfere with my paint job. And I am going to have to primer the hell out of it with my Bungalow 47 Junk Gypsy primer. So it's a lot more work than it would normally take. She used a brush, which left a lot of texture to the piece. I'm going to use a roller because it's faster and it leaves a better, smoother surface. We're going to give it a shot. I love it. I have been dying. I am in love with their peacock one, peacock blue. But I know not everybody likes the blue, and I know she likes black and silver, so let's get after it, okay? Okay. So, from what's rolling off this thing, I can tell you it's latex. The way it's coming off in strings, and you can kind of see it on this piece. Let's see. It's getting gummy. Can you see that? Yeah, so that's what happens when you sand a latex paint. It gets gummy like that. And that's what happens if, people keep using that chalky finish. If it says chalky finish and it smells like paint, it's latex. That is not a latex paint. That is not a true chalk paint. So don't paint laminate with that, please, unless you use a high-tack primer. So just a tip, okay? Okay. I got most of it sanded. I'm gonna let the dust settle and find the casters, because this thing, it's heavy. And I can't imagine she wouldn't want to be able to move this thing easier. So I'm gonna go see if I can find the casters and put them on there. Okay, I checked with her and she said yes to the wheels, so we're putting them on for sure. And I pick up casters whenever I see them at thrift stores and garage sales, so I happen to have a set here. A perfect size, heavy duty casters that I picked up at a garage sale, a 100-mile garage sale actually, that I'm gonna put on all four corners. So let's get those puppies on, because that'll make moving this beast so much easier. The drawers were sanded. I'm still waiting for the filler to dry on that, so I can't sand the rest of that. I did add the casters. They're not completely screwed on yet because my drill, of course, died every time. Any better tools? But I've got all of the drawers. So what I did was, I wasn't sure how the primer and the metallic paint would react together, because this primer is meant for chalk paint. But I went ahead and I put it on a clothespin and it worked just fine. And I thought it would be, since they're both water-based, but why take a chance on her piece of furniture? So test it on a piece of wood that you don't care about first, and it's holding up just fine. It's no weird chemical reactions, which, being water-based, it shouldn't, but this is me and weird things happen to me. But what I've got now is I've put the metallic paint in a tray to roll, and it's really thick, y'all. So wish me luck. So what happened when I rolled it was way too many bubbles on it. And so I got a chip brush. Well, it's a cheap brush, not a chip brush. But I used this because it doesn't seem to want to clean off the little brush that I use very well. So I didn't want to wreck my good brushes. But look what happened. It looks like brushed silver. I am super, super excited. It is definitely going to need a second coat, but it pretty much covered in one coat. I'm just so excited. The brush marks actually make it look like a really cool brushed nickel effect. So let's just keep going. Okay, so today is day 2 of that project. Back here. It's a bad day. It's a bad Hashimoto's day. I should have known it was going to be a bad Hashimoto's day because yesterday I felt great and I was up and it was just a really great energy day, and that means my thyroid's pushing on hormones like crazy. And today it feels like I'm moving through cement. I didn't want to get out of bed and I'm really tired, but I can't stop. So, I mean, she's waiting for her cabinet and I've got a bunch of other projects I have to get done. So, this morning I've been up. It's already lunchtime and I haven't got much done. But I clear coated the drawers. And strictly speaking, I don't know that this requires a clear coat. It doesn't say that it does. But this cabinet's going to get a lot of use. And there's going to be hands pulling open the drawer constantly because that's her job, you know. And I want to make sure that the paint's not flaking or chipping off or rubbing off real soon, you know what I mean? I mean, eventually everything wears, but I'm going to put a couple coats of clear on it just to make sure that it is as durable as I can make it. That's the best way I can say it. I want to make it as durable as I can make it. And I've spray painted another cabinet, bisque, that I've been working on. I got that spray painted. So while they're drying, I thought I would sand this base and another piece over here. You can't really see it. Oopsie, they're right there. I'm going to sand that down so that I can get those in process and then the dust in here can settle before I start painting in here. So by the time I finish sanding these, it should be time to go out and hit another coat of clear on that and another coat on that cabinet, but just not feeling it. I don't know how much of this I'll get done today. That's life. That's life. But you know what? We just move forward. There's nothing else you can do except maybe have 4 cups of coffee instead of 3. And yeah, let's just get after it. Okay? Love wearing this thing. It's like an apocalypse movie. Yeah, so I'm going to let the dust settle on that, and then I made 2 Etsy sales, so I'm going to go pack those up to get those ready for shipping tomorrow. It's Sunday, so I can't ship them today. So I'm going to let the dust settle in here, and I'm going to put another coat of clear on the drawers in the meantime while that's settling, and then I'll come back and get after this piece again. Okay, so I sanded the heck out of it. You can kind of see here I've even taken the paint off right there. And the top, I've got it up on its feet, up on the wheels. It is rolling like a dream. She's gonna love this so much better. We are in the same day. If the eagle eye among you wonder why my shirt's different, because there was a lot of dust that came off that. It was covered in dust. So I've got it primed now, and I have to let it dry for like 2 hours before I start painting. So I'm gonna let that do its thing for 2 hours, and I'm gonna go finish some other projects. Okay, so I got the first coat of black on. Nice smooth coat of black on there. There will need to be a second coat. You can see right here where I had to sand down to the laminate, the lighter colors. So I'm gonna definitely do a few coats, and I might actually do it in stages too, so right there. Just to make sure I get a nice clean coat on the whole thing. And I'm toying with the idea of doing the top in silver to match the drawers, but I don't know. Maybe I'll just do the edge of the top with silver. Maybe that's too much. I don't know. I don't know. But the whole thing has been coated for the first time in the black. And it's turning out really nice. It's much smoother than it was because I sanded down the whole thing. So you can see I rolled it on. So if you haven't watched my video on rolling chalk paint, you absolutely can roll chalk paint. And check that out in the cards. But this is a nice smooth surface from rolling. So after a while, I'm going to let it dry and get a second coat in.
Visit my blog, peonylanedesigns.com, for more tips, tricks, and inspiration. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and click the bell icon so you'll be notified of new videos. I post every week DIY tutorials and, of course, more Junkin videos.